To the living room in Bethesda, Maryland, DC's home of high talent and high production values. I suppose I should also say Nukna Payel, which is hello and welcome in Klingon, as I am continuing my Duolingo Klingon course. Hey, I'm going to take this off. I think we'll be okay in here. We got a good distance between us. So, hey, maybe you're like me, but I have exhausted the Netflix content library. I mean, all 153 petabytes of it. And I get a call from the cable guy, and he says, like, hey, for just $10 a month, I will give you all 10,000 of our channels. And I said, look, I don't want 9,900 variants of Wayne's World. Not interested. And he says, look, I'll give you the first month free. He says, this is rich content. I'll give you the first month free. I said, okay. So what I wanted to just sort of talk about here is just sort of a little bit of what I'm finding, because you may find yourself in a similar position. So I find this the survival channel, right? And there's this panel of these 4 survivalist experts talking. And the subject of the panel is cannibalism. Is it right for you? Yeah. Now, I didn't even want to stay to watch the following feature, which was called something like the perfect seasoning for tender thighs. No thanks. In the channel guide, I see this show, and it's called Sculpting Perfect Ice in Any Kitchen. Okay, I love seeing those ice sculptures, and when the person does it, and with the chainsaw and the smaller saw makes these beautiful, things, of ice. They're really pretty, but not this. Sorry. It turned out that the channel I am watching is the Trade Association of Crystal Meth Manufacturers. So, wrong ice. There is a glossolalia channel, which is the actual formal word for speaking in tongues. So I said, okay, let me give it a shot. And sure enough, there is this husband and wife team, and they are fantastic. They're fantastic. They are speaking in tongues. They are doing miracles over the phone, and the money is just coming in. But the husband had this sort of hypnotic kind of pacing and pitch. It sort of went like ba 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 ba, but somehow subconsciously there was something familiar about his whole spiel, and then it dawned on me that what it was ba-da-ba-ba-doo-da, tutti frutti, and he is speaking in a southern dialect of Klingon. Wow. How do you get a gig like that? There is a gentrification channel, and I watched an interesting panel discussion. It was called When Not to Call the Police. No, really? Okay, all right. Gentrifiers are notorious for calling the police on their neighbor for any little thing. There is a solitaire channel. The whole screen is just nothing but somebody playing game after game after game of solitaire. I mean, who would do that? All of you? Okay, well, there is a solitaire channel. believe it or not, there is an alien channel. I am not making this up. There are these two credible looking aliens, I guess, Gort and Klaatu, and they are running this channel supposedly to save the Earth. Yeah, right. So this one segment I see, they are discussing and showing all the plans and everything to provide, safe, clean, affordable, unlimited solar power. Like, really? Like, who needs that, right? And then in another segment, they're going through all the science and present this formula for what they say is a cure for the coronavirus, right? It's like science class, like boring. I walked out of the room, I come back, and I'm hearing this clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, clap, 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 clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. And I'll tell you, that is when I fell in love with the onomatopoeia channel. That's all we got for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks very much. We will see you again in the